Hello, and welcome to Talking Sports with TK. I am Tommy Christsan. Glad to be here. Glad to have you there, and I thank you for listening to this podcast. Please share it with all of your friends. This episode, Trey Blossman's picks, college football, NFL. Trey's been on fire. He's hitting 58% of his NFL picks. He went 7-4 in college football last week, all against the spread. That's the only way we do it here. Trey's strongest picks are at meatandpotatoesusa.com, where he's hitting 69% of his picks. Meatandpotatoesusa.com. You got Trey Blossman, myself, Anthony Gallo, Andy Wells, collectively 61% on the year. If you're not making money, if you're not beating your man, go to meatandpotatoesusa.com. Want you to check that out. All right. Trey Blossman's going to be up next. He's got 11 college football picks for you, including a West Coast Friday night game. You still got time to get on that. But if you missed that, he's got 10 Saturday games. Then he's got 6 NFL games for you, including a pick in the Monday Night Football contest. Don't forget, check out meatandpotatoesusa.com. You got a How It Works tab on there. You can find out, because if you buy a pick and it doesn't win, you can have a free pick until you get a winner. You're going to make money if you go to meatandpotatoesusa.com. Let's listen to a message from our podcast host, Anchor, and then we'll be back. We'll be joined by Trey Blossman. You are listening to Talking Sports with TK. I'm Tommy Christsan. Stay tuned.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. I've been using it for over a year. It's wonderful. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Talking Sports with TK, Friday evening, time for Trey Blossman's picks, and he's been doing very well. Went 7-4 in college football last week, 4-3 in the NFL, 58% on the year in the NFL. And at the Meat and Potatoes USA website, he's 69% making picks. His strongest plays are there, so you want to check them out. We've got 11 college football picks, including a Friday night contest you're going to have to pay attention to. And 6 NFL picks will follow right after that. We're going to say hello to Trey and then get right into it. Trey Blossman, how are you on this Friday evening?
Doing good, Tommy. It's a great time of year. You know, we're in that time of year when we have football every night of the week for like 30 days. It's fabulous.
And of course, everybody should know, but tomorrow night, Saturday the 6th, you fall back. The clock moves back an hour when you go to sleep, so you don't want to miss any of them NFL kickoff times on Sunday. All right, Trey, you got 11 picks on the college board. Again, 7-4 last week. Very good. That's a money maker. Let's rip through your college football picks for this weekend.
Let's start tonight out on the West Coast. Utah Utes travel to Stanford. They're an 8.5-point favorite. I like Utah minus 8.5.
All right, now moving to your Saturday board.
Wake Forest travels to Chapel Hill as an underdog. They're undefeated. They're scoring points like crazy. Mac Brown's team is underachieved and is inconsistent. Give me Wake Forest Demon Deacons plus 2.5. I'd even buy that up to plus 3.
I think they got the wrong team favored in there, but we shall see. Next pick.
Ohio State at Nebraska. Ohio State is minus 14.5. Take the Buckeyes, lay the points, buy the half.
And I got it at 14, so I'm going to put you at 14. All right.
Well, these lines were printed yesterday, Tommy. I apologize.
Okay. It's down to 14, not a problem. 14.
Okay.
If you see 4, you're suggesting if people see 14.5, put it down to 14. All right. Next pick.
Clemson at Louisville. Clemson's starting to figure it out, Tommy. They're a pretty good team for 5-3. Louisville's inconsistent. Give me Clemson minus 4.
All right. Next pick.
East Carolina hosting Temple. East Carolina's got a pretty good offense. Temple's not good at anything. Give me East Carolina minus 15.
All right, don't forget, NFL picks are coming up after the College Board. Appreciate everybody listening and sharing the podcast. Go continue with your College Board.
Dave Aranda and his Baylor Bears travel to TCU to take on the Horned Frogs. Baylor a 6.5-point favorite, and I think an easy choice there. Give me Baylor.
All right.
All right. Oklahoma State at West Virginia. Oklahoma State minus 3.5. Take Okie.
Okay.
Michigan State at Purdue. I don't know if they're expecting some kind of letdown from Michigan State this week after the great come-from-behind victory last week, but they're a lot better team than Purdue. They're only laying 3 points. It almost looks like a trap, but I'm going to fall right into it and take Michigan State minus 3.
Yeah, I think people are waiting for a letdown. Purdue's not bad, but I like that pick. All right, you got 3 more on the College Board. Let's hear them.
Texas A&M hosting Auburn. Auburn continues to get miraculous plays out of Bo Nix. The guy's either the luckiest quarterback in the world or he's pretty damn good. I've not yet determined which it is, but in any case, I like Texas A&M at home in this game, laying 5 points.
All right, next.
Oregon at Washington. Washington underachieving. Oregon found themselves into the top 4, despite a loss to a horrible Stanford team that I'm picking against tonight. I don't see Oregon letting Washington beat them. They're laying a touchdown. Give me the Ducks minus 7.
All right, your final college pick.
I've been riding this team almost every week, Tommy. I'm going to keep riding them. Logan Bonner, transfer quarterback from Arkansas State, and your buddy, the offensive coordinator at Nevada, Mr. Mummy. I'm going to take Nevada over San Jose State and lay to 10 points.
All right, repeating Trey Blossman's College Board. Friday night on the West Coast, Utah minus 8.5 against Stanford. Moving to Saturday, Wake Forest plus 2.5 against North Carolina. Ohio State minus 14 against Nebraska. Clemson minus 4 against Louisville. East Carolina minus 15 against Temple. Baylor minus 6.5 against TCU. Oklahoma State minus 3.5 against West Virginia. Michigan State minus 3 against Purdue. Texas A&M minus 5 against Auburn. Oregon minus 7 against Washington. And finally, Nevada minus 10 against San Jose State. Don't forget Trey Blossman's strongest plays, along with mine, Anthony Gallo's, and Andy Wells' long shots, are all at meatandpotatoesusa.com. You need to check out their website if you haven't done so yet, meatandpotatoesusa.com, where collectively we're hitting 61% on that website. We pick one college game each, one pro game each. Andy has a long shot for you, and he's up 2.35 units on the year just picking long shots. So if you want to make some money, go to meatandpotatoesusa.com. All right, Trey Blossman, the NFL, where you're 58% on the year on the podcast, 69% at meatandpotatoesusa.com. I'm ready for your NFL board.
Vikings at Ravens. Ravens 5-2, Vikings 3-4. Vikings really let one go the other night. I like the Ravens laying 6. The Ravens seem to really turn it on every other week. This would be the week.
All right, next NFL pick.
Bills at Jaguars. Man, it's tough to lay these kind of points in the NFL, but I'm going to take the Bills minus 15 against the Jags.
All right, your third NFL pick.
The LA Raiders, surprising a lot of people at 5-2 and 2-0 since they let Coach Gruden go against the 2-6 Giants. They're only laying a field goal. Give me the Raiders minus 3.
Next pick.
Falcons at Saints. Falcons can't seem to figure it out. Saints were very impressive Sunday in beating Tampa Bay with Simeon at quarterback. He will be going again this week. Coach Payton will have had the whole week to game plan, knowing he was going to be his quarterback. I have confidence in Coach Payton. I have confidence in his quarterback. I'm going to take the Saints minus the 6.5.
And that's down to 6, so I'm going to post it at 6 for you. All right, your fifth pick, and then you got a Monday night pick. So 2 NFL picks remaining. Let's fly.
The San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers at the Eagles. I like the Chargers laying 1.5 points.
All right, and then on Monday night, you've got a selection.
Bears at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh favored by 6 points. I like the Steelers in that one.
Steelers -6 against the Bears. Repeating the NFL card for Trey, where he's been on fire. Ravens -6 against the Vikings. Bills -15 against the Jaguars. Raiders -3 against the Giants. Saints -6 against the Falcons. Chargers -1.5 points against the Eagles. And on Monday night, Steelers -6 against the Bears. Trey Blossman, we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Again, we encourage folks to go to meatandpotatoesusa.com and share this podcast with all of your friends. And we appreciate you listening and checking it out. Trey, have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk again with an episode of Sports Takes next week.